G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today you've got a couple of Casaurinas. You've seen this one here before. I had it on the video not so long ago. If you remember, we trimmed it back to almost nothing. It just had this one little branch. It was double back and it was really tiny, unhealthy looking. Yeah, and this is what it is now. I've also had this other one that I was styling in a similar way, but I sort of started styling it and then I've just sort of left it on the bench and not done with it. It started to look a little bit yellow, so it probably needs a repot. And I thought, seeing as I'm doing this one in a literati style and this one's very similar, might as well just do them together. So I need to sort of keep pushing this one in the direction that I outlined last time on the video. I wanted to get this branch coming back in somehow towards the tree and then curve back out, and then we'd sort of develop the foliage pad down low but out from the tree a little bit, and it'll just have this big long snaking trunk that's, yeah, I don't know, that should look cool, but it's an experiment. See how we go. This one, I don't know, I really don't know what to do with it. It was going to be a similar sort of a thing. Yeah, I don't know. I may just trim it back to this one branch here and let it go again. I think I'll do it in more of an upright type of literati, but still a literati style, long slender trunk, sparse foliage pad up high. This one's sort of a bit of a departure from that, but anyway, we'll I'm going to throw them into a bonsai pot too and get them into a bonsai mix, because the more I use the bonsai mix, that really free draining mix, the more I like it. It suits me being away from home. I can just have automatic waterers on. Potting mix can get really wet and stay wet and saturated, and it's no good for trees. You get a lot of root rot and stuff like that. Bonsai mix doesn't seem to suffer from that. You seem to be able to overwater them a bit, and it's not too detrimental to the tree. Anyway, we'll start with this fella. Do I want to prune it first? Probably. We're going to have to do a little bit of wiring as well, just to keep that shape going where we want it. But again, we're going to cut all this growth back off, which is probably going to look just as drastic as last time. But it's the only way I've found to keep pushing that growth where it needs to go. And I'd probably be better off if I just did this like once a month, just went through and just cut off all the growth, all new growth on the trunk. I'll probably end up with a nicer trunk, and I'll probably end up with more growth in the direction that I want it to go. But it's not what I've done, is it? You can see this one is already trying to grow and curve and go back up. So we'll throw some wire on it and get it going where we want it to go. And I don't know what happened to spring. We're like 10 days into spring and it is hot as buggery. Expecting storms to the south of us tonight. I don't think we're going to get any rain out of it. It's a bit of a shame, but they reckon it's going to be a pretty active storm season, so hopefully it'll be a good year for growing stuff. I'll grab one more. Alright, we'll keep that going back into this direction, and then we're going to curve it, might even go up a little bit, curve it back, and maybe somewhere about this height, I think. Oh, maybe out here. But that's the plan anyway. See if I do want to repot this thing. It's actually not doing too bad in that pot. If I could just put that in a training pot. It's quite a big pot, isn't it? That's probably the way to go though. The other thing this potting mix seems to suffer from is getting dry in the centre of the tree, or the centre of the root ball. I don't think we have anywhere near as much trouble when we use that free draining bonsai mix. The water can pass through a lot easier. Doesn't have a great root system, this one. I might nearly just put that in as is. I won't go too hard on that. Alright, that'll probably do that one. We'll get some fertiliser onto it and give it a good water. Hopefully it will grow flat chat this coming spring. This one, what to do with this? I reckon keep it easy. Do exactly what I said. Cut that off. Let that grow. That'll probably just shoot this one up here, probably take over. So we'll have a bit of natural curving anyway. I reckon it'll get buds all along there and we can choose one. Yeah, I reckon we'll go with that. Do we need to repot it? Yeah, I think we definitely do. Do I want to put it in bonsai mix? I sort of do, but I don't want to put it in a bonsai pot. I've only got 2 bonsai training pots left, and I've got trees that I want to put in them. So, what I might do, how about that? A layer of potting mix in the bottom, so we don't lose all our bonsai mix. And we'll clean all of this up and we'll get it in a bonsai mix. This one is quite dry too. Even though I have automatic waterers on all these trees, some seem to struggle with being dry a lot, and then others just are constantly wet. It seems to be a never-ending battle, which is part of the reason I want to move most of my trees over to this bonsai mix. I just feel like I can pour more water on them, but they won't ever stay soaking wet. So That's my theory anyway. Time will tell if that's accurate or not. That wasn't too drastic for the poor little fella. It's got some big stubs of that root hanging down. Might as well get rid of that. Alright. Should probably do that. Won't give it too much depth. I don't need it to be shooting a big root system down to the bottom of the pot again. It's probably about all that one needs. Righto, that's pretty much it. Only a quick one. Just pushing these trees along to their final design. Like I said, this one will probably be just a more upright one, nice tall foliage pad up top. This one's going to be a little bit of a departure from normal. Slender trunk, coming in, coming back out, foliage pad out here somewhere. So yeah, just two different trees in a similar sort of style, I suppose. I'm hoping in the next 12 months these will really start to show a little bit of that shape, because I know there's not a real lot to look at when all I'm doing is just stripping all the branches out and then wiring one tiny little branch into position. But you know, it's all part of documenting the process and seeing where I end up with them, whether these designs work or not. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.